You've seen it all. Tiny sweaters, Halloween costumes, even little boots for dogs. It's adorable, right? But have you ever stopped to wonder, does your dog actually like it? A lot of pet owners assume dressing up their pup is harmless fun. But what if I told you that, for many dogs, wearing clothes is more than just uncomfortable? It can be stressful, frustrating, and even harmful. Before you put that cute little outfit on your furry friend, let's talk about why dressing your dog might not be the best idea. 1. Dogs aren't humans. We dress up to stay warm, look good, or express ourselves. But dogs? They already come with a built-in natural coat that's perfectly designed to regulate their body temperature. Most dogs don't need sweaters or jackets, even when it's chilly outside. Their fur keeps them warm, and in many cases, extra layers just make them hot and uncomfortable. Of course, there are exceptions, like short-haired breeds in extreme cold. But for the average pup, a sweater is more of a fashion statement for us rather than a necessity for them. Breeds like Chihuahuas, Greyhounds, and Dobermans, which have thin coats and little body fat, may actually benefit from an extra layer in freezing temperatures. It's also important to remember that dogs regulate temperature differently than we do. Just because you're cold doesn't mean they are. Instead of dressing them up, a better approach is monitoring their behavior in colder weather. If they're shivering or lifting their paws off the ground, that's a sign they may need a little extra warmth. 2. Clothes can be uncomfortable. Have you ever worn an itchy sweater all day? Annoying, right? Now imagine not being able to take it off. That's what it feels like for many dogs when we force them into outfits. Clothes can restrict movement, rub against their skin, and even cause irritation, especially if they're made of synthetic fabrics that don't allow for airflow. Tight-fitting outfits can press against their joints, making it harder for them to walk naturally, while loose clothing can get caught on furniture, causing stress and frustration. Some dogs will freeze up, refuse to walk, or spend the whole time trying to wriggle out of it, clear signs that they're unhappy. And if you've ever put socks or booties on your dog, you've probably seen the hilarious but heartbreaking moonwalk reaction, because their paws are incredibly sensitive and those little shoes make them feel totally off balance. Dogs rely on their paws to grip surfaces and sense their environment, so covering them up can be both physically awkward and emotionally distressing. At the end of the day, if your dog looks uncomfortable, trust them. They're telling you everything you need to know. 3. Clothing disrupts natural instincts. Dogs communicate a lot through body language, tail wagging, ear position, posture, and even subtle facial expressions. But when you dress them up, it can block these natural signals, making it harder for other dogs to understand their mood. This miscommunication can lead to frustration, anxiety, or even unexpected aggressive reactions in social situations. For example, if a dog's tail is covered by a jacket, other dogs might misinterpret their body language, leading to awkward or tense interactions. A raised tail can signal excitement or confidence, while a tucked tail may indicate fear. But if the tail is hidden under fabric, those messages get lost. Not to mention, clothing can reduce a dog's ability to cool down, especially in warm weather. Dogs don't sweat like humans. They rely on panting and heat escaping through their paws and body. Overdressing them? That's like forcing yourself to wear a winter coat on a hot summer day. Uncomfortable, stressful, and potentially dangerous. In extreme cases, overheating can lead to heat stroke, a serious and life-threatening condition. At the end of the day, dogs were designed to function without clothing. So before dressing them up, ask yourself, is it really for them or just for us? 4. Clothes can cause stress and anxiety. While some dogs tolerate clothes, for many, it's a source of stress and anxiety. Dogs rely on freedom of movement, sensory perception, and body language to feel safe and communicate with their surroundings. When they're dressed up, their ability to move naturally is restricted, their fur can't regulate their temperature properly, and they often feel trapped. This can trigger anxiety-like behaviors, such as freezing in place, frantically pawing at the outfit, or whining in discomfort. Some dogs may even resort to hiding, avoiding eye contact, or licking excessively, all signs of stress that shouldn't be ignored. Tight-fitting outfits, restrictive sleeves, or unnecessary accessories like hats and hoods can make them feel restrained and helpless, which elevates their stress levels. Over time, If a dog is repeatedly forced into clothing they dislike, it can lead to long-term anxiety, avoidance behaviors, and even trust issues with their owner. Just because your dog lets you dress them up doesn't mean they like it. Dogs are incredibly loyal and will tolerate a lot for us, but that doesn't mean they're happy about it. 5. When does clothing make sense? Now, there are times when clothing might be necessary, but these situations are the exception, not the rule. If you have a small, short-haired breed like a Chihuahua, Greyhound, or French Bulldog, and you live in a freezing climate, a properly fitted coat can provide warmth and protection from extreme temperatures. However, even in these cases, it's important to choose breathable, non-restrictive materials that allow for natural movement and temperature regulation. Bulky, tight, or synthetic fabrics can do more harm than good, causing overheating or skin irritation. Medical conditions can also justify protective clothing. Allergy-friendly bodysuits or sun-protective shirts for dogs with sensitive skin can be beneficial, but these should always be functional, comfortable, and vet-approved, rather than just for aesthetics. The key? Only dress your dog when it genuinely benefits them, not just because it looks cute or fashionable. Should you shave your dog? Just like dressing up your dog isn't always in their best interest, shaving them might not be either. Many dog owners assume that shaving their pup, especially in the summer, will help them stay cool. But for most breeds, shaving can do more harm than good. A dog's coat isn't just about warmth. It plays a crucial role in temperature regulation, sun protection, and overall skin health. Double-coated breeds like Golden Retrievers, Huskies, and German Shepherds have 2 layers of fur that work together to keep them cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Shaving removes this natural insulation, leaving them vulnerable to sunburn, overheating, and even permanent coat damage. Instead of shaving, regular brushing helps remove excess fur and promotes airflow, keeping them comfortable without disrupting their natural cooling system. That said, there are situations where trimming may be necessary. Some dogs with severe matting, skin conditions, or certain medical issues might benefit from a professional trim, but shaving them down to the skin should always be a last resort. If you're unsure, consult with a veterinarian or a professional groomer before making the cut. In most cases, your dog's coat is doing exactly what it's supposed to, protecting them. On the other hand, there are plenty of other ways to show off your dog's personality without making them wear clothes. A cool bandana? Perfect. A stylish collar? Awesome. A well-groomed, happy pup who feels free to move, play, and just be a dog? That's the best look of all. Dressing up might be cute for photos, but your dog's comfort and happiness should always come first. Speaking of your dog's comfort and well-being, have you ever wondered if your pup feels lonely? Dogs experience loneliness too, and their behavior often reveals what they're really thinking. Check out this video to learn the subtle signs that your dog might be craving more attention and companionship. Did you ever try dressing up your dog? How did they react? Did they love it, or were they begging to take it off? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep learning more about what's best for your pup, hit that subscribe button and join our dog-loving community.